What's going on from the AFBF Washington headquarters is Market Intelligence Director John Newton. Thanks so much for joining us, John. And let's start with a recap of the Food Dollar series and what's contributing to the decline.
Well, each year USDA puts out the Food Dollar series, which highlights the farm share of the food dollar. And in 2016, the farmer share of the food dollar was below 15 cents for all food. That's about 15% of the food dollar. And again, that's the lowest level that we've seen since the series first began in 1993. And I think a lot of the reason that we're seeing that is the low commodity prices that we're experiencing in agriculture and with farm income at a 12-year low.
Yeah, it's been really tough for our producers out there. Now, where are you seeing the largest decline in the farm share of the food dollar?
Well, there are several different categories in the farm share of the food dollar, and I think one of them that we did see a very, very large decline in is the farmer share of the food dollar consumed at restaurants. And food consumed at restaurants away from home, the farmer share of that food dollar is less than a nickel, and also at a very, very low level relative to what we've seen in years past.
Now, is this something that you see continuing on in the future? We've had a lot of mixed forecasts about whether or not commodity prices will improve. What do you think?
Well, it's not all based on commodity prices. Another factor that really plays into the farmer's share of the food dollar is changing restaurant consumption patterns. So 20 years ago, less than 50% of the food consumption domestically was consumed in restaurants. A majority of it was consumed at home. And now today, the most recent data from USDA suggests that most of the food consumed in the United States is actually consumed outside of the home. And so with the farmer having a smaller share of that food dollar, it does pull down that series over time. I think that the series doesn't show a long-term trend. It does vary year to year, so it is possible for the farmer's share to grow in years to come.
Okay, so there's a little optimism there. What would you say is the big takeaway from all of this?
Well, I think the big takeaway, and this is something that we highlight here with lawmakers, is farm income's at a 12-year low. And now looking at the farmer's share of the food dollar, seeing that it's also at nearly a 25-year low, less than 15 cents, really highlights the importance of protecting farmers and ranchers and getting a farm bill done on time, because farm income really depends on it.
Well, we really appreciate you taking the time to share your insight with us. AFBF